Hi everyone, today I am going to discuss about the medical surgical nursing 2 and for the GNM first second years, and there is a unit 9, and in this nursing management of patient with musculoskeletal disorders. So the chapter name is nursing management of patient with musculoskeletal disorder. So in this we are going to discuss about the bones contain three types of cells. So what are the types can be involved in the bone? So we are going to discuss about the types of cells can be involved in the bone. So the bone contain three types of cells. So there is a three types of cells. It includes the osteoblasts and the osteocytes and the osteoclasts, and osteoblasts, osteocytes and the osteoclasts. So the three types can be involved in the bone, and there is a first one osteoblast. So osteoblast means there is a bone forming cells. So the osteoblast, the main function of this osteoblast, there is a help in the bone formation. So osteoblasts become the helps in the formation of the bone. So osteoblast cells, they can help in the bone formation. So next one is osteocytes. There is a found in the bone matrix. So osteocytes can be found in the bone matrix. Bone matrix, there is a part of the bone tissue. Bone matrix means it is a part of the bone tissue, and most of the part can be mass of the bone. So it is called as bone matrix. Bone matrix, it is nothing but it is a part of the bone tissue, and there is a bone part of the bone tissue, and there is a most of the bone can be mass of the bone. So the mass of the bone can be present in the bone matrix. So the osteocytes, the cells can be found in the bone matrix. So the osteocytes mostly found in the bone matrix. And next one is osteoclast. So osteoclast means there is a remove the damaged and the old bone cells during the period of growth. So the main function of the osteoclast, there is a removal of the damaged and the old cells during the period of growth. So during the period of growth, it can be removes the osteoclast, removes the damaged cells and the old bone cells. So these are all the three types of the cells can be involved in the bone. So osteoblast, it can be helps in the bone formation, and osteocytes, it can be found in the bone matrix. Bone matrix, it forms the mass of the bone. It is one of the part in the bone tissue. And osteoclast, it can be removes the damaged and the old bone cells. And next one is about joints. So we are going to discuss about the joints. So the joints includes the three types of joints. First one, synovial joint and fibrous joint, and there is a ligamentous joint. So there is a three joints. It includes the synovial joint, and there is a fibrous joint, and there is a syndesmosis joints. It is also called as ligamentous joint. So first we will discuss about the synovial joint. So synovial joint, it is enclosed by an articular capsule. So the synovial joints can be enclosed by the articular capsule for the lubricant. So because of the lubrication, there is a friction can be decreased between the joints. So there is a synovial joint means it can be enclosed by an articular capsule for the lubrication, and it produces the synovial fluid. So the capsule, articular capsule, it can be produced the synovial fluid in the synovial joints. So it can be closed by the articular capsule for the lubrication, and it can be produced the synovial fluid. So surface area carried by the hyaline cartilage. So the surface area of the synovial joint can be covered by the hyaline cartilage. So it is one of the connective tissue. It can be covers the synovial joint. So synovial joint, it can be enclosed by an articular capsule for the lubrication. So lubrication, because of the lubrication of the joint, it can be reduce the friction between the joint. So next one is fibrous for lubrication. It produces synovial fluid. So there is a lubrication, it can be produces the synovial fluid, and there is additionally supported by the ligaments and the tendons. So the synovial joints can be additionally supported by the ligaments and the tendons. So tendons, it can be helps the muscles to connect to the bones. So the ligaments and the tendons become equal, and they can be help for the to support the synovial joints. So the muscles and tendons can be supported by synovial joints. So it is about the synovial joint. Next one is fibrous joints. So fibrous joint, there is a suture joint. So suture joint, it can be situated in the brain. So there is a bones of the skulls, and there is a sometimes ilium, and there is a sometimes includes ilium and the ischium and the pubic bones. So there is a fibrous joint, there is a become the suture joint. Suture joints can be present in the brain. The movement can be only particular to the sutures. So suture joint, there is a bones of the skull. So there is a movement can be occur only particular area of the sutures. So it is about the suture joints. It can include the bones of the skull and the ilium. It is nothing but ilium means there is a large part of the hip bone, and the ischium, it can be situated below the ilium, and it can be forms the pubic. So pubis, and there is a back of the pubis can be formed by the ischium. So it is about the ilium. Ilium means it is the largest part of the hip bone, and there is a ischium means it can be forms below the ilium, and there is a it forms the back of the pubis, and there is a pubic bones also included in the fibrous joint. So it is about the synovial joint and the fibrous joint. So next one is syndesmosis joints. So syndesmosis joints also called as ligamentous joints. So in this syndesmosis joints, it can be joined by the ligaments. So it can be connected by the ligaments. So because of this, it is called as ligamentous joints or the syndesmosis joints. So by the ligaments, the joints can be connected. So it is called as ligamentous joint or otherwise syndesmosis joint. For example, tibia and fibula. So example, tibia and this fibula can be situated in the lower extremities, and there is a two different bones. It can be situated lower extremities, and syndesmosis joint also called as ligamentous joints. These joints can be articulated by the ligaments. So it is about the syndesmosis and ligamentous joints. Next one is cartilaginous bones. So cartilaginous bones, and there is it is also called as synchondrosis. So there is a cartilaginous bones also called as synchondrosis, and it is held together by the hyaline cartilages and between the ribs and the sternum. So the cartilaginous bones become articulated by the hyaline cartilage. So it is become the connective tissue, and it covers the cartilaginous bone. So it can be held together by the hyaline cartilage. By the hyaline cartilage, it can be held together. So the cartilaginous bones can be held together by the hyaline cartilage and between the ribs and the sternum. So the sternum and the ribs can be articulated by the hyaline cartilage. So it is called as cartilaginous bones, also called as synchondrosis and held together by the hyaline cartilage between the ribs and the sternum. So between the ribs and the sternum, the hyaline cartilage can be connected by the cartilaginous bone. So the cartilaginous bones, it is also called as synchondrosis, and this includes the symphysis or articular surface and that have a fibrocartilaginous pad or disc connecting the articulating bones. So symphysis means there is a fibrocartilaginous fusion between the joints. So symphysis means there is a fibrocartilaginous fusion between the bones. So there is a fusion between the bones. Symphysis are articular surface that have the fibrocartilaginous pad or disc connecting the articulating bones. So there is a connecting of articulate bones by the fibrocartilaginous pad. So next one is, for example, vertebrae are separated by the symphysis. So vertebrae, so between the vertebrae there is a symphysis, means there is a fibrocartilaginous fusion can be occur. So it can be joins the vertebrae and it is about the cartilaginous bones, or it is also called as synchondrosis. And next one is functions of the musculoskeletal system. So in these functions it includes the muscle movement. Muscle movement that includes the skeletal muscles contraction. So because of the contraction of the muscles, there is a movement of the skeletal system can be occur, and by the contraction of the muscles there can be a produce the heat and it can be help for the movement of the muscles, and there is a skeletal muscle contraction. So there is a movement, there is a contraction of the muscles, it can be help for the movement and the production of the heat. And there is a nerve impulse release store and acetylcholine from the end of the motor neuron. So acetylcholine, it is a chemical channel and it is a neurotransmitter. Acetylcholine is neurotransmitter. So it can be send the signals, send the nerve impulses to the brain, and it can be send the nerve impulses, it can be send the signals to the brain. So because of the nerve impulses and there is a movement can be occur. So because of this acetylcholine there is a movement can be occur. So there is a neurotransmitter, it is sending the impulses to the brain, because of this is a motor neuron, and there is a movement can be occur in the joints, muscles and the skeleton. Next one is the action potential triggers contraction of sarcomeres by the releasing calcium inside the bone. So there is a contraction of the sarcomeres. So sarcomeres, it is nothing but there is a important point in the important area unit in the bones. So important unit in the bones, it is a muscular connective tissue. So there is a contraction occur in the sarcomeres by the releasing calcium inside the bones. So because of this sarcomeres there is a releasing of calcium inside of the cells of the bone. So because of the contraction of the muscles there is a releasing of the calcium inside of the cells of the bone. So there is a main functions includes the skeletal muscle contraction. So because of the contraction the muscles can be produce the heat and the movement, and there is a nerve impulses. Acetylcholine, it is a neurotransmitter, it can be sending the impulses to the brain, and because of these impulses there is a movement can be occur. So it is called as motor neuron, and there is a action potential triggers contraction of the sarcomeres. So there is a contraction of the sarcomeres by releasing of the calcium inside of the cells. So because of the calcium releasing in the sarcomere, it causes the contraction of the sarcomere by releasing calcium inside of the cells of the bone. So next skeletal system. So muscle movement has completed. Next one is skeletal system. In this skeletal system, first one is hematopoietic function. So hematopoietic function means there is a manufacture blood cells. So there is a manufacture. So there is a formation of the blood cells, new blood cells. So in the adults, blood cell will be formed in marrow. Red blood cells produce the red marrow will produce the RBC. So in adults, the blood cells can be produced in the bone marrow. So in adults, the new blood cells can be formed in the bone marrow. So red bone marrow and yellow bone marrow. So red bone marrow, it can be produced the red blood cells in the bone marrow. Intra-hematopoietic function, there is a helps in the hematopoietic function. It includes the formation of the new cells. There is a formation of new cells, and in adults there is a formation of new cells occur in the bone marrow. So bone marrow, it consists of red bone marrow and the yellow bone marrow. So red bone marrow, it produces the red blood cells. And next one is role of homeostasis. So homeostasis, it is nothing but there is a equilibrium. So role of homeostasis. So bone balance minerals. So the bone can be balance the minerals. So the minerals can be balanced by the bone. So the role of homeostasis means it can be balance the minerals and they store the calcium and the phosphorus and the sodium, potassium and other minerals. So the bones can be store the calcium and the potassium and phosphorus and the other minerals. So they can release for their metabolism. So it can be released during the cellular metabolism and it can be used by the other body systems. So it can be used by the body system. So the role of homeostasis means there is a balance of the minerals and the bone can be stores the potassium and the calcium and sodium and other minerals. So it can be released for the cellular metabolism and it can be used by the other body systems. And next one is bone remodeling. So bone remodeling, the bony callus is the remodeled by the osteoclast. So osteoclast and osteoblast. So bony callus means there is a hardening of the skin. So bony callus means there is a hardening of the skin. So is the remodeled by the osteoclast and osteoblast. So osteoclast, it can be forms the it can be removes the damaged cells and the osteoblast, it can be forms the new cells. So osteoblast, it forms the new cells and the osteoclast, it can be removes the damaged cells. So the bony callus is remodeled by the osteoclast and the osteoblast. Bony callus means there is a hardening or thickening of the skin and with excess material on the exterior of the bone. So which are the external materials. So foreign materials can be present over the exterior part of the bone. So it can be removed by the osteoclast and osteoblast and within the medullary cavity being removed. If the exterior materials can be present in the medullary cavity, it can be also removed by the osteoclast and the osteoblast. So it is about the remodeling. So remodeling, it is nothing but the bony callus is remodeled by the osteoclast and the osteoblast. So osteoclast, it can be helps in the removing of the damaged cells and osteoblast, it can be help in the formation of the cells. So the bony callus means there is a hardening of the skin. So it can be removed by the osteoclast and the osteoblast and which can be excess material on the exterior of the bone. It can be removed by the osteoclast and the osteoblast and within the medullary cavity also it can be removed by the osteoclast and osteoblast. Next one is bone repair. So osteoblasts help for the bone repair. Osteoblast, it can be helps for the bone repair. In case of fracture, initially the bone heals by the forming hematoma. Hematoma means it is nothing but bleeding. So after the bleeding, the bone become healed. So in this bone repair, the osteoblast can be help for the bone repair. So it is about there is a functions of the musculoskeletal system. So in this includes the muscle movement and the skeletal movement. So in this skeletal movement, there is a hematopoietic function and role of homeostasis and the bone remodeling and the bone repair. So it completes about the introduction of the musculoskeletal system. Thank you.